and Facebook have nothing on Badger, headquartered in tiny Gilsum, New Hampshire. The organic skincare company rivals Silicon Valley corporations, well known for employee perks and social missions.
I love these two parts of the principle, generosity and fun is good.
Bill White founded Badger 22 years ago. Early on, he started making soup for employees on Fridays.
And I realized how happy it made everybody. You know, we like to eat, and you get to sit with each other, and it kind of brings everyone together in a different way.
That tradition morphed into free lunches every day. Organic meals prepared by chefs served in the company's cafe, one of several progressive benefits that underscores Bill's simple philosophy.
The root of it is just being nice to people and treating people the way you'd like to be treated. And you know what happens in your own life when you're nice to people, it gets returned to you. And in terms of work, you can see that people want to do a good job. They enjoy coming to work. They're self-motivated.
And it's paying off. Badger has doubled in size in 5 years, moving into this 40,000 square foot environmentally friendly building, growing to 100 employees and 100 products. It all started with just one product, Badger Balm for hardworking hands. Bill was a carpenter looking to heal his cracked fingers.
My fingers used to split and crack in the wintertime. And I'm really interested in herbal medicines and things, so I was trying to heal my fingers, and I was lying in bed in the dark with olive oil soaked socks covered in plastic bags, thinking that would heal my fingers.
When that didn't work, Bill began playing around in his kitchen with beeswax, aloe, castor oil, and wintergreen, mixing the ingredients in this vat. Badger Balm was born.
In the first year, I was filling tins in the back room of my home, one at a time, very, very slowly.
Now, state-of-the-art equipment handles the load. This machine churning out 10,000 bottles of bug spray a day. Badger ships everywhere in the U.S. and to 26 countries. Healing balms, lip balms, massage oils, sunscreens, natural products made up of ingredients that come from all over the world.
The ingredients will come to us from Madagascar or India or Saskatchewan or Guatemala. They come to Gilsum and we mix them up and they go back out all over the world again.
Spain supplies the olive oil, 14,000 gallons from this one grove.
And you get about a gallon per tree. So that's 14,000 trees that are organically cultivated in an area where that's not common anymore. So we're really proud of that. I think it's really exciting.
The business is a family affair. Bill's wife, Katie Schwerin, and two of their daughters hold leadership positions.
My sister and I started going to trade shows fairly young. Instead of going on family vacations, we would go to trade shows.
Rebecca Hamilton oversees product development. Her sister, Emily Schwerin White, is in charge of branding. Each product has a story behind it.
On the sunscreen, for example, you've got, this is a picture here of a little badger carrying a baby badger on his back in a basket. And the story here was that when I was 3, my dad took me to Mexico and he carried me around in a basket on his back. So when we thought about making sunscreen products that were really safe and geared toward people putting the safest products on their kids, that story kind of came to mind.
Sunscreen, the company's best seller. Up until now, it was made off-site.
This is a new tube filler from Germany. So this is custom built for the sunscreen business that we're bringing in.
Badger added on to the building to make room for the additional production.
A sunscreen is considered an over-the-counter drug, and so you actually have to meet the regulations that a pharmaceutical facility would meet.
Rapid growth hasn't derailed Badger's mission. Bill's wife, Katie, created the company culture that's become part of Badger's DNA.
So today we're going to have a lot of our company meeting will be about this, our journey of engagement through sustainable sourcing and purchasing.
She also drives the social mission. 10% of profits go to charity, and community service like picking up roadside trash makes up part of the workday.
What's important is that businesses play a part in supporting the community. I mean, that's the basis of a business, is to do something that the community needs.
Employees well taken care of too. 7% of profits are split equally among workers. New parents get extended paid leave. You can also bring your baby to work or put your toddler in company-run childcare. Lizzie King, who started at Badger a year ago, can't see herself anywhere else.
I love it. I have a lot of fun, and like the camaraderie around here is ridiculous. Everybody really cares about each other.
Badger was recently named one of the top 5 best companies to work for in New Hampshire, balancing people and planet with profit, turning Badger into a multi-million-dollar business.
Our goal isn't to maximize profits, it's to maximize good, but we always seem to have some profit. And that's what I would say to businesses is you don't need to make as much money as possible. You want to make a good amount so that people are happy with that and do a lot of good. And I think it comes back to you.